I thought that after yesterday, nothing could make me feel more uncomfortable. I was wrong. The next morning, when we returned to that riverside area, everything looked exactly as if nothing had ever happened. But this time, I began to notice the smaller details. Fresh drag marks in the mud. Flattened patches of grass. And sections of ground torn up as if something had struggled there not long ago. My father's team leader signaled for everyone to spread out, moving slowly along a stretch of dense bushes lining the water's edge. I walked behind my father. Completely silent. A slight movement in the bushes ahead made everyone stop almost at the same time. If I hadn't been paying close attention, I would have missed it. But then I saw it. A fully grown monitor lizard. It lay low, its long body curved along dry branches, blending almost perfectly into the surroundings. Only its eyes, wide open. Watching. My father moved into position. No countdown. No warning. Just a dry crack of a shot. The animal jolted, then collapsed on the spot. I stared at the place where it had just been. That familiar feeling returned. Uneasy. But this time, it was no longer a surprise. We continued deeper. The air grew thick. Then another one appeared. It wasn't hiding. It wasn't lying low. It raised its head fully. Its neck stretched. It scanned the surroundings as if it knew this place was no longer safe. That moment lasted longer than I expected. I had the feeling. It was deciding. To stay. Or to run. My father's teammate didn't give it that chance. The animal froze mid-alert, then collapsed, as if its entire body had been cut off from the will to survive in a single instant. I exhaled, not even remembering when I had been holding my breath. About 10 minutes later, at the edge of a narrow canal connected to the main river, we encountered another one. It stood right by the bank. Half its body facing the water. As if with just one small signal, it would slip down and disappear. I was almost certain it would run. But it didn't have the time. The shot rang out so quickly that I hadn't even finished my thought. The animal collapsed right at the edge. If it had only been a few seconds faster, perhaps the outcome would have been different. But would that have been what my father, and his team, wanted? Not long after that, what truly caught me off guard was the next moment. An adult monitor lizard appeared at an extremely close distance. Too close. I don't know how long it had been there. I only know that by the time I noticed it, it was almost directly facing us. Its body was larger than I had imagined. Heavy. Thick. And full of power. That distance left no one with time to think. My father reacted almost instantly. The animal collapsed just a few steps away from us. I could see every detail on its body. Every scale. Every final movement. My throat went dry. We thought the morning was over. Until one of the team members gave a signal. Not a monitor lizard. A wild boar. It stood not far from us, half its body hidden behind low tree trunks. Perhaps it had been drawn to the water. Or to the lingering scent of food from somewhere nearby. Before I could react, a thunderous shot rang out, making the forest seem to tremble. Enough for me to realize one thing: this place holds more than just one kind of danger. We kept moving. Then we spotted another one. This time, much farther away. It didn't fully reveal itself. Just a part of its body hidden in the bushes. If you weren't paying close attention, you would almost certainly miss it. One of the hunters took a few seconds to confirm, then acted decisively. The boar burst out of the bushes, running fast. The sound tore through the stillness. Go! We tracked it. Then suddenly, everything stopped. The animal lay there, on the ground, no longer moving. Maybe it had run out of strength. Maybe it thought it had escaped. But it couldn't. Looking back on that morning, I realized something I had never considered before. In the modern world, many people only see hunting through photographs or a few seconds of video. But standing here, among mud, tracks, and real wild animals, everything feels completely different. For my father and his team, this is not entertainment. In many river regions of Southeast Asia, monitor lizards can become predators that directly affect poultry, bird eggs, and local fish resources. Controlling them sometimes becomes part of maintaining balance in the area. What made me think the most wasn't the act of capturing them, but the way they observed nature before taking action. As someone who grew up in the city, I was also taught about nature. I understand that humans are not the owners of this ecosystem, we are only a part of it, and every action carries consequences. When we returned to the trail, I no longer felt like someone who was simply there to oppose. But I wasn't someone who fully agreed either. It's just that I had begun to see things differently, in a way that I myself didn't fully understand yet. And perhaps, from now on, I understand a little more about my father's work. But if you ask whether I completely agree, I probably still need more time. What about you? Leave a comment and let me know.